WAPB Madison, and it's Shelly and
Yvonne.
What are we doing?
We are talking about 40 years.
Yeah.
We are talking about how we've had to change and embrace that not everybody can always come to the station.
Right.
And how do you change and evolve with times and fundraising and donations. People don't understand donations when it comes to radio stations.
No, I get it, because you turn on the radio and it's there.
Right.
But we don't have big sponsors like the
You're
sodas
not at a church that's
and the braces and the car dealerships and all those things. We don't pass a bucket in the air. So we need donations.
Yeah.
And we want to buy some new equipment. And so that's just an upgrade for the station. We haven't had new equipment in 18 years in the studio.
Yeah. So new equipment to broadcast better streaming. And, with times that change, we've changed with, adding in the YouTube and trying to learn podcasting, and things do change. And Wiley made a great point today about the music is always, you can get music anywhere.
Right.
But you can't get actual conversation where you can call in. And I loved that.
I know.
When he said that today.
And then technology wouldn't let us share it on Facebook and YouTube with him.
I love that when he said that today, because he's right. You can download on your Apple devices or your this or that. You can download any music you want anytime. I tell my phone all the time, hey, Siri, play this.
What you want at that moment.
Now she's going to hear me say
Play what you want at that moment.
Right. Versus, like he was saying, like talk radio or just having a normal conversation where you can call in and say, hi, I need you to pray for this, or hi, I was just driving and I got blessed by hearing this, or whatever. You don't have that on normal.
Somebody called me today and wanted to know what service was played yesterday on Calvary.
Right.
Because they had never heard it, and it blessed the socks off of them.
Right.
And so it was like, just call the church, tell them WAPN and the date, and they can get it for you. And they're like, really? And I go, she goes, well, I know the name of it. I said, I know, but if you say you heard it on the radio station,
then
they'll
know.
connect you with the radio guy that will get you but she goes, oh. And I said, yeah. I said, and that blessed my heart. To hear that.
And when he said that today, I said, wow. And that's funny, because we've been trying to figure out a way to.
Let's talk radio.
The thing is, people understand radio. They understand that you turn on your car and there's music there and they hear our voice, but they don't understand the logistics behind radio
at all.
And especially when you're a non-profit radio station, there's even more logistics that nobody has any idea what's about. So the donations and the volunteer hours that you do,
and
all
the
of that.
underwriting of your program, because that's what keeps us on the air. The day-to-day people that you hear on the air covers the normal costs it costs to run a radio station, but there is an extra.
No.
So when we have to pay for all the songs now. See, back in the day, they would send you CDs. That's a big different expense. We have to pay to stream it. We have to pay to put it on Facebook, and we have to pay to put it on YouTube.
I was just going to say that now with so many different outlets of social media, you have to pay for all of that. And so I was listening to Prayer Line after you and Wiley for the first couple minutes, and the guy was playing a song. And in my head, I'm like, oh no, we're going to have to pay for that on Facebook because the song was really good, but now we got to pay for that on Facebook.
I know. Believe me. I know.
And then you add in the YouTube and you add in the Instagram, and it's just those things that people don't realize because you just turn on the radio. You don't realize all the different streamings.
And then just the cost of playing music. Like, even though we're talking talk radio part, even the music has to be paid every year, if whatever.
Yep.
And I mean,
there's just a lot of things that you just don't realize.
And I'm going to tell you the truth. I didn't realize. I didn't even realize when I just worked here. So all those years that I just worked here and wasn't live on the air or responsible for everything, I didn't know all of the things.
Well, even you not realizing, the other day we had a conversation. I was like, you do know you're going to have to just go bring the radio station to so-and-so. And she's like, why? And I was like, think about it. Everybody's so busy. How can you progress and do these things? She goes, oh, okay, so we're going to load up the radio station and we're going to bring it to people and do our interviews. I'm like, yeah. And it clicked to you at that moment. You're right.
And it clicked today about even Prayer Line, that it is a conversation. It is something that people look forward to put. They could put it on, on on the internet, they can put their prayer request so they don't have to actually call if they can't call. A lot of people are listening at work, or that's their lunch hour to get refueled for the rest of the day. And I was thinking, that's totally true, because I remember times that I've needed prayer, and you just wait for the encouragement.
It's like you're refueling your mind, body, and soul at one time.
Yeah. So it is very interesting to hear different. I've really enjoyed this. Like the interview I had earlier today with Keith and his children. They started an internet radio station because of being on the radio. Mm-hmm. Another guy, a veteran that's over, not even here, like an hour and a half from here. Yeah. He loves WAPN and looks forward to calling every day. And he calls in prayer line, but he ends up encouraging every single one. Yeah. And he actually knows their names.
Which is great.
He calls them by their names.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And they get like little kids all excited in here.
Of course.
Because they look forward to it. Mm-hmm. And so it is talk radio. Yeah. It's just a different kind of talk radio. Yeah. It's an encouraging talk radio.
It was good to hear that today.
Yeah. So do you have another memory in your mind? I've talked about your work several times this week because somebody else had one, and I said, well, this is what happened to my daughter.
Well, I know we talked about that, and then you had Eddie Herrera on here, and you guys talked about me playing soccer in the front. I mean, there's just been so many things. I mean, I grew up in the radio station, so it's not like it wasn't like I had a radio show and it was like one thing particular. But speaking of a radio show, I did do a Friday night teen night with Oasis Church.
And you weren't even here.
And it was the funnest thing. I tell people all the time. So Oasis Church, in the top of their sanctuary, back then, I don't know if they still have it now, they had like a whole studio.
When she was a teenager, so that was years ago.
So they had a whole studio up there, and a lounge area and a studio.
And they had board games and different things.
Everybody would come. I mean, 50, 60, 70 kids would come, and we would all hang out. And I knew how to simulcast it from there to the radio station. So I would go and set it all up, and we'd play it, and they would order pizza. And it was just hanging out, and it was so fun, and it gave the kids something to do, and it was great. And
speaking of that, WAPN Holly Hill, WAPB Madison, Candace, which is a good friend of yours now that you do a lot of things with your business with, her family was a youth group that came in here. Yep. And that was not even that many years ago. Yeah. And they would come in, and they would bring like 20 kids in here. And I remember Bill's like, I'm bringing like 20 kids. And I'm like, and I would do it again.
Yeah. I mean, the kids shows are so fun.
Well, and especially right now with the movement, with the younger people
and Frank right now,
and the college people, and just the crossover, and Ann Wilson and Crowder.
We were talking about this last night or the other night when I was over at your house, that there's this thing in Orlando now called Joyful Noise. And it's a DJ that pops up in like coffee shops and does a whole worship session in the coffee shops, and like mixes it with like really fun beats behind it.
And the porch here, right out here on Beach Stuff, has different nights they do stuff like that.
Things are just changing. And then you see all these cool trucker hats that have the logos on it, and then you have t-shirts that everybody's wearing that are like, God is good.
Did you hear the story about God is good?
What part of it?
Well, that Forrest Frank was wearing them. And they had weren't popular or anything, okay? And he liked them, and now it's like you can't believe how many and it's just because he took such a big stand and the dances. We were talking about that earlier today too.
Everything though now.
You can dance now as a Christian. Did you know that?
I know. And you can be on TikTok with it, and Instagram Reels with it.
And it's okay.
And the number of shares people are sharing of it. And that's the thing. People think that being a Christian is just going to church. It's really not.
It's actually outside of those four walls.
Which is, it's cool to show it and wear the hats and wear the t-shirts and do the dances. And it's cool to wear. I mean, yes, it's a trend and it's cool, but it's also for real. Like, people can wear it and not feel ashamed or feel, and people are wearing the crosses, and now and I think designers and stores are taking it and going, this is what the people want.
Yeah. Oh, well,
people want to show their faith now. They don't want to be hiding about it. They want to show their faith. So why don't we make it a cool graphic, make it on the same hats that the secular people are wearing them on the hats, because that's the way they're going to get it out there.
Well, I was in a store the other day, and it was a military store, okay? And Chloe's like, let's go to this military store, Granny. There's a shirt I want. And I thought, a military store? But then her brother's a police officer, so I thought maybe it was something to do with that, okay? We get there, and she wanted God and a saying, but they didn't have her size, so she got worship. And I thought, well, I didn't care what the price was. Her nanny owns a radio station that worships all the time.
But it's so
and
neat.
She's wearing it the other day to cheerleading.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's so neat now that the way the designers and the stores and the Instagram, I know everybody's against social media. A lot of people are. But
well, you know what?
The Instagrams, the TikTokers, that's what's putting out the word of worship to the non-believers. They're showing it's cool to say I have a faith and I do all these things, and it's neat. You know how many times even in the wedding business now I get phone calls about people wanting a cross now at their ceremony, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Feet washing. What about that wedding
Really cool.
I just did recently? They did a whole worship service in the middle of their ceremony, and it was wonderful.
Well, it's definitely times have definitely changed. So that's we have to evolve with times changing, and we have to come up with ideas. But somebody said to me, well, is radio dying? Now, see,
No.
I think the opposite. I think that we need to reinvent a little bit because we can do everything. But you know what? You can get WAPN on your phone.
On your phone. So on your Apple device, you go into the App Store and you can click on WAPN FM and you can see it right there. It's a little blue
WAPN radio.
I think you can type in an FM too, and it comes up. As long as it has WAPN,
and that's Word and Praise Network,
and it's blue, and it will come up. It's easy to find it. Like you don't have to have the whole.
And I take it with me everywhere.
You can take it everywhere, your boat, wherever you want to go.
Or you just go to the website, WAPN.net.
You can go on the website. But all of this saying is, you're right, we have to change. And that's the greatest thing, is that we're in that time where change is acceptable and you're allowed to make changes in the radio station and then not be like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? You're getting away from your vision.
I changed all the music.
No, you're not. You're not getting away from it.
A few years ago to more worshipy and more live worshipy.
Yeah.
And then I put Jelly Roll on, and people were like, I can't believe you did that. Do you even know? And I thought, he's singing Hallelujah with Brandon Lake, okay?
Right.
Then today, I can't remember the name of the song. I saw it early this morning. He just came out with another.
Yes, it's with Brandon Lake too.
Is it?
Yeah.
But another one, and I'm thinking.
Well, here's the thing. I saw him in concert.
I know.
Let's put it out
there. That's why I threw it out there.
I saw him in concert. It was a very last minute decision, and I came back from that concert and said, I am so glad I went. The entire time, like he only had so many songs out when I went to go see him. He stopped and would say, the reason why I do this is because I want you to know you can be free from addiction. I want you to know that there is Jesus. And I want you to know that people that love Jesus actually live life too.
Oh, yeah.
We go to restaurants. We go to movies.
We play golf.
He said, he goes, and my wife looks good. Like,
right.
Let's be honest.
I do like that he
and
does
he's
say
like,
that.
That's the thing. You think because I'm a Christian, I can't be up here and my wife can't dress the way she wants to dress.
Can't have a tattoo, can't have an earring pierce, can't have whatever.
I can't have a past life.
Right.
And the whole concert, he talks about this over and over again.
And that's his testimony.
And it was great.
No, I mean, I saw Brandon Lake several times now. He's one of my favorite artists. And every time I see him, probably my most favorite part of the concert is not him singing.
Yeah, where you're connecting.
Everybody's worshiping in the whole entire place. Well, that was what I was thinking. I was telling Chloe about that when Forrest Frank got hurt.
Yeah.
There was a youth thing that was over 5,000 people.
Yeah, I saw
it. And they prayed for him.
I saw that.
And they sent it to him.
Yep.
And he was so touched by that. And just think about that. We don't know how many people are praying with us when we're on WAPN or standing in the gap or whatever.
Yep.
We don't know who we're going to meet or not meet.
Yeah.
But power in people.
Well, that shows you power in music, power in being out there on, because here's the thing, the radio station is no longer just 91.5 FM on the dial.
Nope.
It's social media driven, it's app driven, it's website driven, because radios are no longer just in cars or at your house where you would turn it on. It's everywhere. But you don't realize radio is also your Instagram. Radio is also your YouTube. Radio is also...
An 80-something-year-old lady told me the other day, Alexa. That's how she listened to us. And I was like...
Yeah.
made my
because
day.
radio's no longer just going on and hitting seek and finding 91.5
Right.
FM. It is so many other ways. There's, I found this pastor through your radio station, so now I watch them on Facebook Live on Sundays because I can't reach that pastor. I can't go to their church or whatever. There's so many ways. So radio is no longer just dial anymore.
And so, like, I know when I first started the social media, I wasn't sure. I'm just going to
It's
tell you.
weird. Social media is weird.
It is weird. And then
You got to
know,
really put yourself out there.
And you know what? You got to be okay.
And you got to be persistent. And you got to be
it is what
annoying.
it is. You do. I mean, like, I Twitter a scripture every day, and I thought, does anybody care? But you know what? It isn't about anybody. It's
Right.
about the one.
Yep. You got to be annoying because there's going to be that one person that says, man, that lady is so annoying. Let me click and see what she's actually talking about. And then that could be a day that they hear. You can find us not just on 91.5 FM. You can find us on the website, the app. You can donate to us. You can help build the legacy. There's so many things by one person seeing you over and over and over again
Right.
can think that.
And it is funny because when there wasn't where you could see my face, you know, it was different. Now that you can see my face, it's funny when I go places and
Right,
people...
because they recognize
Right,
you.
they recognize me, or they'll recognize my laugh. or
Right.
they'll
And they're
go,
like, I know her
I
from
know.
somewhere.
And then they'll go, I watch you.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It is.
I watch you so many times.
And that right there, if you are old school, you would think, well, that's just social media. No, actually, that's the radio station.
Totally, because it's all in one,
Yeah.
you know.
And so when you are tithing into the station, you're not just tithing into 91.5 FM, you're tithing into the social media, the equipment that we need to run the website, the app, the this, the that. It's the tower that pushes it all out. It's
the internet alone.
I was gonna say the internet. It's the business cards. It's the flyers. It's all the things.
Well, I remember when we
It's
just
the
had,
cold water in the back room.
I remember when we had normal internet.
Oh, the
Okay.
dial-up.
And it would go, you know, you got mail and it would go round and round and round. And so we were so darn excited when we could get fiber here at the station.
Yeah.
And they said, well, can we put a hub here at the station in your parking lot? And I was like, heck yeah. And, you know, and we went from slow to wow. You know, and yesterday, Bonnie and I were here waiting for a document. and it
my
was hilarious.
gosh.
Okay, I got to tell you, we were here 90 seconds. Okay?
I was so mad at this internet.
She was like, Mom. So she sent it to me personally. She sent it to okay, all these different ways. And finally, she says, I'll just go on mine and get it. I start in the car getting ding, 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 ding. And it was all of them coming all these different places because it was like
Because
literally.
you just assume it just works in 5 seconds.
And how does it work?
you know,
Thank God for Shane and Jesse and Jeff that all do all the technical stuff. Because yes, I have to write the check to it all, but I don't know how it all works.
I don't know either. Alls I know, I'm good with the iPad and pushing play.
Yes.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that kind of stuff, and I can run the board. But don't ask me like real technical questions because I don't.
But we're
really know.
thankful. We're
We are.
thankful that we have people that can teach us. We're thankful for ideas all the time. Like my favorite story of the week is the 14-year-old little boy I met the other day. I've known him for years, but we realized that, you know, and he has a YouTube channel about the whole Bible. He fact checks it with AI. And I thought,
I think that is just the greatest time.
but AI, people are like, isn't that, like, do you want to be part of that? And I'm like, you are either way.
I mean,
So you might as well
are.
embrace it.
That's what I think we're in the greatest time because right now, like we've said, this is the time where you can be open and loud about it, that you are a Christian.
Any age.
You're a Christian. I will listen to worship music. I go to church. And people are like, what church do you go to?
Well, you know what's funny? Also, the other day, my granddaughters and my daughter got baptized, and my one granddaughter came out of the water just like cheering.
Oh, I know.
okay?
The picture is wonderful.
I probably got 40 people that I personally know
Yeah.
have said to me, that was priceless.
Oh, yeah.
She was so excited when she came.
was.
And I thought, what if we wouldn't have that picture,
Yeah.
that moment? Mm-hmm. So sometimes, yes, you need to put your phone down. And sometimes, yes, maybe you don't need to take the picture. But I am so thankful for that day and that picture.
I mean, and she's been sharing Christian music with you.
Oh, yeah, she helps me with the Friday and Saturday nights.
I mean, it's just, like I said, I think it's like the most wonderful time right now to be in radio, be in social media, be in all those things because, I mean, you're wearing the shirts, you're talking about it, it's opening the book for people. It's
There's
like
Bible apps, not
Oh, my
anymore. You can't say I don't have a Bible. Well, if you have a phone, you
Well,
have
it
an
was
app.
funny in church on Sunday. They said, "Do you have a Bible, a phone, a something? Look on your friends' like you got it somewhere, and if you don't have it, it's on the screen." Like,
And that's basically what it is.
yeah,
You can't say anymore. Well, no, there's no no's. There's a way to get it. Mm-hmm. You just have to be willing. I mean, I was really a freak about some of the stuff, and that's just because it was intimidating. Once I jumped in, I won't do TikTok. I just won't.
I think that it's a very, very weird situation.
Well, TikTok's just hard because my day is so busy doing it.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. For a business owner, it's very, very hard. It's not easy at all. But the reason why I did bring up TikTok is because there is so many Christians and
I agree.
I mean, there's like right now there's like a whole group of these Christian artists in Orlando that are like worship and paint night. Come join us on our worship and paint night, worship and bingo. Like all these different things for young adults.
Oh, there's coffee shops that are doing where they have the worship and you come sip a cup of coffee.
Yeah, and it's just so neat that like right now they're using all the radio, the this, the that to push it out to say, you don't have to do this other stuff. You can come hang out and be cool.
Well, if you want, and you can't come here, if you're not in Volusia County and you can't make an appointment, you can't come here. And I totally understand
use
that.
your technology.
Yes.
That's the whole point of this.
It's 386-316-8054. Prop your phone somewhere.
It's so easy. It
Turn
doesn't
the
have to
video
be on a
on.
tripod. It
No.
doesn't have to be fancy. Just
Well,
prop it
one
up.
of my listeners did it sideways, and I still shared it. You know why?
It doesn't matter.
Because that meant so much
Right.
to me that he
So
did it.
Just prop it up. Switch your thing over to where it says video, hit play, and just record a minute of why you love WAPN, how you found WAPN, and send it on over to 386-316-8054. Or if you don't know how to do a video,
I can get the audio, and I can plug my phone in this triple adapter here.
You can do a voice memo.
And I'm going to play that tomorrow. Somebody that sent me audio.
Because some people just don't know how to do the video, or maybe they have a Samsung and they don't know how to do whatever the case is.
But if you want to come live with me, you need to make an appointment. So it's 386-316-8054.
And you pastors out there, we know you're busy, but we can come to you.
Mm-hmm. And we might just anyway. We might be a stalker. Who knows?
We might just come to you and throw you on the spot real quick.
Because I think they have thrown me on the spot once or twice over the last 40 years.
So we're just going to throw you
Payback.
on the spot.
And I love you.
And your workout clothes and all that. We're going to spot you, and that's what it's going to be.
Well, like I'm in workout clothes today because we're doing a project. My daughter's part of Make-A-Wish, and we got a big Make-A-Wish week.
One of the best events, you guys.
Ever.
Make-A-Wish.
And you know what amazes me? They're a nonprofit, and I know it's helping children. They raised $1 million in one night.
It blesses your heart.
It does. But I was thinking about this. There's pastors that have helped save your child.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
There's people that wouldn't be going to heaven if it wasn't for WAPN.
Exactly. So
what is the the difference is people are weird about that.
You know what the difference is? The difference to me is people see it like the commercials on TV, or, the kid holds a little sign that says, I earned my wish, or,
we might make signs to make social media.
But you get what I'm saying. So it's in your face, okay? When you check out at the register and they say, do you want to donate to St. Jude's? It's in your face, right?
It is.
But there's nothing to say, hi, we're a nonprofit. WAPN Public Radio is a nonprofit. We need this.
Finance.
Like, we need a little sign that says.
It's funny. We should kind of come up with some marketing ideas.
It's one of those things that it's so in your face. So, but what's the difference, like you said? If a pastor is saving your kid's life, or they prayed over, when your kid's been in the hospital, it's the same thing.
It is. We're nonprofit.
It's the same thing, but we're not. Our marketing doesn't say,
I know.
I prayed for you.
Your soul was saved today.
Right. Or, there's no marketing.
No, there isn't. Okay, somebody smart out there. Somebody marketing
But that's the
guru.
difference. The difference is, like when you go to church, right? And then somebody stands up on the stage and says, my child, we needed a miracle, and my child had a miracle, or my wife had a miracle, or my husband had a miracle. It's in your face, right?
Well,
It's
my
in your
daughter is sitting here and had brain surgery at 4 years old.
Right. But
I remember lasers were not even really a thing yet. And she had laser surgery at 4 years old. And I remember when I had to sign something that says I wouldn't sue.
Right. It was experimental surgery.
Right. And here she is.
Right. But the thing is...
And she's the third generation running WAPN.
Right.
But if I wouldn't have took the chance and trusted God with all my heart.
Right. But are you holding up a sign?
No.
And that's the thing.
Wait, I could real quick.
She's getting, if you can't see her on radio, she's getting a piece of paper out and holding up a sign. But think about that. We need to come up with, now that we're on the radio, we're coming up with these ideas. We need to come up with a cool marketing tactic.
Right.
That's the difference. It's in your face. It's in your face.
Go ahead, tell 'em.
It says, donate to us. We save souls and pray for all. No, but it's true. There's no You know what? We need to get signs made, and when we go out to do the food drives, we need to have a sign. Oh my gosh, this is why we came on the radio right now.
Okay, well,
We came on the radio right now.
Brainstorm. So send us your video, 386-316-8054. A couple-minute video.
You know what would
why
be
you
so
listen to
cool?
WAPN and why you're part of WAPN. Doing signs. If people send us a sign.
You holding a sign and says,
why you listen to WAPN.
I was homeless and you gave me a sock full of stuff one time.
I had the hurricane and you brought me hot pizza.
I was in jail and heard so-and-so's voice. Oh my gosh. If
I needed shoes because my shoes were holy, and I stopped by here and you were putting shoes away and I
you
gave
were giving
shoes.
out hot dogs and it changed my life.
Remember that day? How
This guy in this fancy car pulls up and he goes, why are you giving hot dogs away? Mm-hmm. Why not? Well, can I have more than one? Yeah, you can have as many as you want. Well, this just made my entire day.
Well, the one that really, I will never forget.
And he was just from ear to ear like, wow, why would you do that? Well, why not?
Well, when we were doing groceries in the parking lot, and everybody was going through, we had a drive-through grocery thing. This red pickup, I'll never forget this. This guy started crying as we're putting the groceries all in the pickup. I go, sir, are you okay? And he goes, I haven't eaten in 3 days.
Right.
Whatever I could do, and like my wife hasn't ate. And I said, sir, you have not had food in 3 days. I came back inside WAPN, got cold drinks and all the snacks I could find. Because I wanted him right then to start eating and drinking.
Well, when we just did the hurricane that just passed that flooded Volusia County, we went out and served 2,200 slices of pizza. 2,200 slices of pizza for no reason. Mm-hmm. And we went to this one trailer park, and it was all older people. Mm-hmm. And we knocked on his door, and his neighbor said, please keep knocking. That man has not ate in 3 days.
Oh, I know. No, I know. Okay. So.
Oh, my gosh.
386-316-8054. Hold a sign up.
I got to go make a sign.
I worship with WAPN.
Oh, my gosh.
I pray with WAPN.
I stand with WAPN.
I donate to WAPN.
Oh, my gosh.
I'm putting my dollars where I listen.
We got to do this.
I'm putting my dollars where I listen. Because you know what? You might not go to a church. You might not go to whatever.
Wiley said it today. You might be in a nursing home. Mm-hmm. You might not be able to get to...
Or jail, or whatever. I have a guy that sends me 2 postage stamps from jail.
I love that.
All right, well, we got to go take care of some business. But...
Oh, my gosh.
386-316-8055. I need somebody to do a sign and text it to me. 386-316-8054. Keith needs to do a sign.
I know. I have to get him to sit down to do his video.
No, but he needs to do a sign now.
No, I know, but I got to...
Because you got to understand, my son-in-law came back to Jesus through WAPN.
During a very high anxiety depression.